The title of today's video really speaks for itself when it comes to what makes a man highly valuable, stand out in the best way possible, and is a rare breed amongst the rest of men today who are either manipulated by the over-sexualization of today's society, or they themselves are the ones who are reinforcing habits, behaviors that are really not strengthening them, but weakening them. And your masculinity and the energy you possess as a man is something that is actually being targeted. And I know it may not go noticed a lot in maybe your life because it can appear in the form of pleasure. The pleasure you see when you look at a girl half naked on Instagram. The porn sites that specifically curate types of content for your liking to come back for more and more and more. And the type of man I'm talking about today that really does stand out, at least to me as a woman, is a man who has enough respect for himself, not always choose the easiest option, actually having enough discipline for himself, his life, to build a life that he can respect, that he feels good about, where he doesn't have to hold this amount of shame or this amount of insecurity that has everything to do with your habits and the quality of life you live. Now, there's a lot of men today who struggle with, I feel like, relationships and human connection and finding good quality women. And that's why the porn sites, the Instagram models, the OnlyFans models is a great way for a man to find escapism through something that makes him uncomfortable right now in his life. And you have work to do, men. And for the men who attracted today's video, or if you clicked on today's video, it's for a good reason. I think it's because you know that the title of today's video holds truth. And sometimes truth is uncomfortable to face, and sometimes truth is sharp. But it can cut through a lot of the BS you participate in every single day that needs your attention. Most men today lack discipline. Discipline in the way that makes you inspired to act out in a way that actually supports your greater good, rather than self-destructing your own potential. The potential within yourself that is going to take hard work. But if you continuously choose actions based off short-term impulses that lead you off your course, the course of growth, the course of creating a life that makes you a standout man that people can look up to, respect, and your presence alone speaks louder than your words. And all men deserve respect. But if you cannot respect yourself enough to end your own self-destructive behaviors, then how can a woman ever look up to you and respect you? When you're a man who can conquer lust and turn that into deeper trust you have for yourself, shown through the discernment you have over your thoughts. Because all lust that is entertained is actually through thought first. And if you don't have control over your thoughts, then you're going to be controlled by a very powerful energy. The energy of what your sexual energy is. It's creative power. And I think we forget that in today's society. And it's a shame because I know men are here for great reason, great purpose. And if you don't have dignity, if you don't have character, and if you do not have values you live by, and you expect women to stay the course with you or to treat you in a way that makes you feel like a man, if you're being shown the opposite, it's usually for a good reason. To teach you something about yourself that may be hard to confront, but the moment you do so is the moment you will be a changed man. Because you're no longer running in the opposite direction of what fears you. You're standing tall within yourself. You're able to actually walk with an air of confidence because you know behind closed doors, you're taking care of yourself. You're not numbing out. You're not eating junk food. You're not watching porn. You no longer distract yourself to feel better in moments where you actually should feel shitty. If you're a man right now who has delayed his success, who has delayed great relationships, it's because you're comfortable laying down in the despair you're in, when you should be rising through that, out of it, and feel superior within the man you are. No longer comparing yourself to other men. You don't need to do that because the true game to beat is you versus you. And the reason why men with sexual discipline are the top tier, because you have conquered something that has tried to control you. And maybe it has for some time. But the moment you start seeing it for what it is, it actually appears less scary and more so something that gives you a sense of purpose and motivation to fight. Fight for actually the type of life you want to live within and not the type of life you want to escape. And this will set you up for such a great relationship. The biggest turnoff that we as women have is when a man lacks self-control. There's going to be beautiful people come and go into your life. You're going to see beautiful people on the street, on your phone. But are you controlled by outside sources? Because the more you are controlled by that, the more you are likely to be manipulated by beauty, manipulated by the external things that are shiny. But what's beneath that? Something that's taking away your life force energy that could be going towards striding forward, creating a better relationship with your partner, having enough respect for yourself to decide something that is not only good for you in the moment, but can take on the role of being a leader and acting out in a way of what is best for all. Whether you have a family, you're in a relationship, you want a relationship, what would a man of dignity do in those moments? And it's hold his own. So maybe today's video found you for a reason because you need a wake-up call. And I test you to delete the Instagram models, delete the distractions, delete the porn off of your computer, and start today by moving in a direction that supports what you want to stand for. There's a lot of messed up stuff in this society when it comes to women exploiting themselves for your energy, your attention, your likes, comments, that makes them feel higher than you. And you don't get anything actually in it, rather than feeling pleasure for a second and being dropped from that high back down to earth where you reside. Stop investing your energy into something that gives you zero return. And if you stick to this and you stick to your word, you stick to what you want to create, and you use your life force energy, your sexual energy to build your life rather than to destroy your life, you can come back to this video a week, a month, a year from now and say thank you. Not to me, but to yourself for doing the work that's necessary. And this will attract different types of people in your life as well. So I really hope in today's video I could awaken something within you. And if you guys are wanting to work with me one-on-one when it comes to going over sexual discipline, controlling your urges, having a game plan, staying accountable, I do offer one-on-one coaching and I would love to further assist you. So my coaching email is down below and I really do look forward to hearing from you guys. And without further ado, if you like today's video, give it a like, hit the subscribe button to support this message and my channel, and so you don't miss any future uploads. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.